Imagine this. You're standing on a street corner in Washington, D.C. A crime happens right in front of you. Suddenly, a city cop pulls up. Then, a black SUV screeches to a halt and guys in windbreakers jump out. Then, a military Humvee rolls by. Who is actually in charge here? Who has the power to put handcuffs on whom? We tend to think of American security as one big team, but the reality? It's a massive tangled web of jurisdictions, rivalries, and very specific powers. From the mall cop to the four-star general, there is a hierarchy. But it's not a straight line. It's a ladder, and sometimes the person on the bottom rung can arrest the person at the top.
Turn around, hands behind your back, now!
Officer, I'm FBI. Undercover. You're about to compromise a federal operation.
Sorry, sir.
In this video, we are climbing that ladder. We are going from low power to high power. We're going to look at the FBI, the CIA, the Marshals, and the military. We're going to answer the burning question, can a regular beat cop arrest an undercover FBI agent? And we're going to talk about the small, weird details, like why your mailman might have a federal agent protecting him. Buckle up. This is the hierarchy of force. Level 1. Local. We start at the bottom of the pyramid, but don't mistake low power for no power. This is where 90% of the action happens. First, the municipal police officer. This is your standard city cop. They have jurisdiction inside their city limits. Their boss is a chief of police who is appointed by the mayor. They answer to the city, then the county sheriff. Now, move 1 inch outside the city limits, and you're in sheriff country. This is different. A sheriff isn't hired. They are elected by you. That makes them a politician with a gun. They run the county jails, they secure the courts, and they patrol the areas the city cops don't cover. Here's a curious fact. In many parts of the US, the sheriff is considered the highest law enforcement officer in their county. There's a long-standing debate, sometimes called the constitutional sheriff movement, where some sheriffs believe they have more authority than federal agents within their borders. Legally, that's usually not true, but politically, it causes a lot of arguments at crime scenes. Who do they arrest? Anyone breaking state or local laws? Speeding, robbery, murder. Can they arrest a Fed? Hold that thought. We're getting there. Level state moving up a rung, we hit the state level. State troopers, highway patrol, state police. These officers have jurisdiction over the entire state. They aren't stuck in one city. They report to the governor. Think of them as the force multiplier. When a city cop is overwhelmed by a riot or a manhunt, they call the state troopers. They are often better trained and better equipped than local cops. The curious jurisdiction is this. If you commit a crime on a state highway, that's their turf. But here's the interesting part. State police often handle the investigations that are too big for a local sheriff, but too small for the FBI. They are the bridge between the local beat and the federal government. Level 3. Federal specialists. Now we cross the invisible line. We are leaving the state of New York or the state of Texas and entering the jurisdiction of the United States government, the feds. But not all feds are created equal. Let's look at the ones you might not expect. Number 1. The US Postal Inspection Service. You think I'm joking? I'm not. This is one of the oldest law enforcement agencies in America, founded by Benjamin Franklin. They investigate crimes involving the mail. And that sounds boring, until you realize everything goes through the mail. Drugs, bombs, fraud, identity theft. Postal inspectors are federal agents with full arrest power. They carry guns. And because the mail goes everywhere, they do not mess with the mail. Number 2. The US Marshals Service. These are the hunters. The Marshals are the enforcement arm of the federal courts. They don't usually investigate the crime, they just find the person. They run the witness protection program. They transport prisoners, and they hunt fugitives. Curious fact, the Marshals use technology called dirt boxes, devices on planes that mimic cell phone towers to scoop up data from thousands of phones just to find one fugitive. They are relentless. If you run, these are the guys chasing you. Level 4, FBI now. We reach the heavyweight champion of domestic security, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The FBI is the primary investigative arm of the US Department of Justice. They handle terrorism, cybercrime, public corruption, and civil rights. Let's clear up something that movies get wrong. The undercover myth. You always hear about undercover FBI agents as if it's a specific job title, like accountant or sniper. Reality check. All undercovers are FBI agents, but not all FBI agents are undercover. Being undercover is just a role, a technique. You are a special agent first. You go to Quantico, you graduate, you wear the suit. Then, for a specific case, you might go undercover. When the case is over, you put the suit back on and go back to your desk. There isn't a secret building full of people who only do undercover work their whole lives. The FBI is powerful because they are the connective tissue. They connect the local cops to the intelligence community. Look at this image. These aren't Navy SEALs. They aren't Army Rangers. This is the FBI. This is the Hostage Rescue Team, or HRT. HRT is the government's full-time counter-terrorist tactical team. They are the Tier 1 operators of the civilian world. They train with Delta Force. They can deploy anywhere in the US in 4 hours. Their motto is Servar Vitas, to save lives. When a situation is too dangerous for a SWAT team, the FBI calls HRT. They are the highest level of force law enforcement can use before calling the military. Level 5, CIA and NSA. Now we step into the shadows, the CIA and the NSA. In terms of information, these guys are the most powerful. They know everything. But here is the paradox. Inside the United States, they have almost zero police power. The CIA cannot arrest you. The CIA operates outside the US. They gather foreign intelligence. They are spies, not cops. If a CIA officer sees you robbing a bank in Chicago, they can't flash a badge and arrest you. They have to call the FBI or the police. The FBI and CIA used to hate each other. The FBI handles domestic threats. The CIA handles foreign threats. The problem is, terrorists don't care about borders. Since 9/11, they talk more, but the line is still drawn. The CIA is the eyes. The FBI is the hands. Level 6, military. At the very top of the violence hierarchy is the US military. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, they have the most firepower. They could level a city, but can they arrest you? Generally, no. There is a law called the Posse Comitatus Act. It basically says the US military cannot be used as a police force against US citizens. A soldier cannot pull you over for speeding. A general cannot kick down your door to search for drugs. The exception is the Insurrection Act. If things get really bad, like a total collapse of order, the president can invoke this act to deploy troops on US soil. But this is the nuclear option of law enforcement. Okay, let's answer the big questions. The rock, paper, scissors of arrest power. Scenario 1. Can a local cop arrest an FBI agent? Yes. If an FBI agent is off duty and drives drunk or gets into a bar fight, a local cop can arrest them. The badge doesn't give them immunity from state laws. Even if they are on duty, if they break a state law, they can be arrested by the local police. It would be a jurisdictional nightmare, and the feds would try to take custody immediately, but it can happen. Scenario 2. Can the FBI arrest a US general? Yes. If that general commits a federal crime, like treason or espionage, the FBI has jurisdiction. Usually the military police would handle it. But the FBI has supreme authority over federal civilian crimes, even those committed by military personnel off base. Scenario 3. Can the Secret Service arrest you? Yes. If you threaten the president, or if you are counterfeiting money. Curious fact. The Secret Service was originally created to fight counterfeiting, not to protect the president. That's why they were part of the Treasury Department for over 100 years. Scenario 4. Who arrests the president? Nobody. While the president is in office, the Department of Justice policy says a sitting president cannot be indicted. The only remedy is impeachment by Congress. So, in the game of who arrests whom, the president is the king piece. You can't capture him. You have to remove him from the board first. Outro. So, who is the most powerful? If you want raw firepower, it's the military. If you want information, it's the CIA. If you want global reach and arrest power, it's the FBI. But if you want to know who controls your daily life, it's that local cop or sheriff. They are the ones you see. They are the ones with the immediate power to stop you, question you, and detain you. The US security system is designed to be messy. It's designed so that no single agency has all the power. The cops watch the streets, the FBI watches the cops, and the courts watch everyone. It's a system of checks and balances, armed with badges and guns. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more about the tools the FBI uses, check the links in the description below. Stay curious, stay safe,